Once you've been inspired and touched by God, nothing else satisfies. I don't care how fun it is. Anybody else before we...
My name is Frida McHugh.
Yes, ma'am.
And in 2003, I was going to pick up my check, State Street and Route 44. And I seen a blinking light ahead of me. There was a stop sign with a blinking light. And my little voice inside my head said, Frida, why don't you turn around and go home? And then I said to myself, nah, I'm too close now, I might as well go on. So I went up that blinking light, and that's the last thing I remember until some lady was saying, lay still, lay still. And then I heard a man say, well, we know her leg's broken, her ankle's broken because the bone's sticking out. And I said to the lady and yelled out loud, oh no, nothing's broke. Look, I can wiggle both my feet. And I'm wiggling my feet, and my son said he could just visualize what's walking inside the skin because I had broken it completely off.
Oh.
And a truck hit me. I pulled out in front of him. I thought he was way up the road, and he wasn't. That's all I can remember because I know I didn't run a stop sign. And the truck driver actually told the cops when they was writing the ticket for me for running the red light. He said she didn't run the red light. I seen her stop 30 feet down the road. But he never applied his brake. He knocked me 175 feet down the road, broke every window out of my car except the back one, knocked one of the wheels off, and it was sitting on it like a Frisbee. I had a can of chicken noodle soup in the back of the car that I didn't know I had back there, but the lid exploded off of it, so there was chicken noodle soup all over the car. My son said, I asked him if he got my rugs out because he just bought me the car a month earlier. He said, Mom, there was so much blood. He said the things where you put your feet in the back were full of blood. Well, when the man said, when I woke up, at first it knocked me out, but then I woke up and asked someone to call my kids. They called my son first, but he didn't answer, so they called my daughter next and told her my foot was broken. Well, of course, she took a good old time getting there. Then the man said, be careful with her because she could have broke her neck, and I did. I broke my neck, the first and second vertebrae, the same as Christopher Reeve broke. I went to Albany Hospital. I don't remember anything on the ride, but I remember a scissor going up my leg. And they cut my coat off, and they cut my, it was the 13th day of December. They cut my coat off, and it was full of down feathers. And they left all those feathers left in the hospital. My son said when he walked in there and he seen all those feathers floating around, he said, well, I know she's here because they had been at the Lion City Hospital waiting. Finally, they told him, well, I wasn't coming there. So they went to Albany. Anyway, my body swelled up 3 times bigger than it was, and I was big then. I turned completely black and blue, the whole body. I had to cut all the rings off of my fingers. My hands swelled up this thick. I was completely black and blue. Everybody that came in to see me didn't know it was me. They shaved my head from here to here. I had no hair at all up here. This big scar on my forehead went clear back over my head, and I had so many scars up there. The scars don't grow any hair. And then I have bald spots in the back. You can see a bald spot, that's why. Anyway, I was there for, I never woke up till the day before Christmas. And then, after that, I went back to sleep, and I don't know how long I slept. But the doctor came in on a Friday when I was awake and told me that I was going to die over the weekend. He said he broke the same vertebrae that Christopher Reeves broke. And when it slips the rest of the way out of the way, he said it's already slipped quite far. He said you will die. You will die almost instantly because those are the 2 vertebrae that supply your air. Well, he left, and I thought, I was just laying there, and then I started talking to God, and I said, you know, God, you could come down here and reach your hand in and fix my neck, and I wouldn't even have to have a scar, because they cut you all the way down through here to fix them. And they didn't think I would make it through the surgery either. But he told me if I was still alive on Monday, he would fix it. So I was talking to God, and then I said, you know, God, you don't even have to come down. You can just say it would be done, and it would be done. I had absolutely no doubt in my mind. I knew God could do it. Absolutely knew it. I had no doubt at all. And I felt the presence of the Lord in my room. They took me to X-ray on Monday morning at 6:30 in the morning to X-ray to see where to make the cuts. Then at approximately 9:30, I'm not sure at times, they took me into the operating room, and I remember laying in the operating room waiting for the doctor to come in. The doctor came in, he walked over to my bed and looked down at my face and said, Mrs. McCune, you don't have to have the surgery. Everything is back in place. So I went home on the 31st. I was in there from the 13th of December till the 31st of January. The 4th of February was my birthday, and I went to get up. Don't ask me why. But I thought I put the wheelchair in lock, and I must have unlocked it. Because when I got up and I pushed on the wheelchair went back, and I fell to my side, hit my head on the refrigerator, and fell to the floor. He said, if you fall, do not move, because you broke the vertebrae that Christopher Reeves broke, and he said it could kill you instantly. I lay there till the paramedics came. They took me to Lion City Hospital. I told the emergency doctor I didn't think anything was wrong with my neck. And here's what I got. I got arms and legs. Christopher Reeves was in a wheelchair for 9 years and on a respirator.
Wow.
And they x-rayed my neck. I told the doctor in the emergency room, I said, I don't think anything's wrong with my neck. Because I've been sneaking this thing off of my neck and turning it. I didn't think there was anything wrong with it. And when he got through with the x-rays, he said, I can't see anything wrong with your neck. And I told him that I broke the first and second vertebrae. Anyway, the doctor told me I would be in that cast on my neck, that thing on my neck, from 6 weeks to 6 because of the way I broke it and how bad it was broken. And I went to the doctor the first time. He took x-rays, took that thing off and looked at my neck, and he put it back on. He sent me home, and I was supposed to go back. You had to go back every 2 weeks with that kind of a break. I went back in 2 weeks. He took an x-ray. He just looked at me, and he took that thing and ripped it off my neck like that and said, here, you can carry that home. It ain't doing you any good.
Oh, wow. Amen. Good.
He healed me.
Yeah,
He healed my
amen.
foot too. I broke my foot clear off at the ankle. I bled out 5 pints of blood. I had no body temperature, and I had no blood pressure whatsoever. They put me on a respirator, told my daughter I was going to die, and here I stand.
Amen. Give God glory. Yes.